Hello everyone, I'm Zyson, I'm a modern Lily player. Today I'm going to go over the Season 3 patch notes for Lily, one bit at a time. I just pulled up the patch notes, I'm just going to go over it. So first and foremost is the auto combo adjustment. This is unchanged. And what I mean by auto combo adjustment is it's a light auto combo. Her auto combo got changed while she's in Burnout. Before the patch it would whiff a lot, but now it doesn't whiff as much. So the main reason is it's a medium DP now instead of a heavy DP, which is fine. I mean, you can just manually input the heavy DP too if you want, but the heavy DP was just heavily unreliable. I don't know why my Burnout just reset there. So it's in general just more reliable is what they did. I have literally lost tournament sets because of this auto combo missing. And why didn't Kim block there? That's crazy. Oh, it's standing block only. So I'm going to have Kim block once and see if it still works. Still works. Still works. And if it's winded, it'll do a Spire instead, which is better. Previous it did a DP regardless, but now it does. I believe that is a medium Spire. Yeah, it's a medium Spire. Which means you can just stock up and get going. So that's a good change. Alright. Let's move on. Next is the jumping attacks. Buff. Alright, so for jumping attacks, Lily, it's a pretty decent change for modern Lily. You now get a viable jump in from this distance. Against ducking opponents, not as much, so let's get a Kim to stand. That's a pretty decent jump in at that range, right? Because generally, Lily would jump in at this range. It was kind of slow compared, but we can get now a better hitbox. It's a better jump in. We still have this one, obviously. We still have this one. The next jump in change is we get a more reliable cross up. Hold that, and it will cross up. Time to jump right. There we go. That's a safe jump too. But it's a manually timed safe jump still. That wasn't a safe jump, but it still crossed up. So that's the practicality. That's the use case of that. Final is this one, and all this is hey, if someone does a neutral jump or tries to jump out, then you can snipe it pretty well. Knocks them back in, keeps them into place. Just a little annoying little button. You can jump back and do that pretty easily. Leaves you +6, -3 there, but you know, it doesn't matter. Plus, yeah. So that's the jump changes. Next on the list is the dash distance. Lily did get a little bit faster. Her dash, and what I mean by faster is her dash goes farther now. You can cover some distance here. So let's say that we do a heavy Spire. 2 dashes give you +10. I messed up that one, so I only got +1. But essentially, this sets you up for. I messed that one up too. A crouching heavy punch, Oki. That will counter hit someone. Legs up with it. Or you can, you know, just give them the old SPD. 1, 2. Works in the corner. 1, 2. So we'll put the punch there just to show that off. Like a reversal. Counter hit. Counter hit. So, you know, nice little extra Oki that we didn't get before. That's a heavy one too. So there's more to this, and we'll get back to it. So next we have the crouching light kick adjustment. all it really does is kind of going back to the auto combo, is it pushes back less. So it makes the combos a bit more reliable. It's mostly for the DP buff. I'll show you the DP buff later. But yeah, it's not bad. Alright. Elephant in the room. Crouching heavy punch, nerf. It's not a big deal. Lily can still hit people jumping out. Oops. You can see. Not a terrible deal. She's still just as kind of potent on these anti-airs. The times that you would get, make him stop jumping. The times that you would get this back hitbox were so rare that I could probably count them on 2 hands. That they actually came out in competitive play. It just doesn't happen. It's not like a very common case that actual hitbox came into play. In which case you can just, cross cut, which, not very hard to do on modern. So, moving forward. Alright. Now we have the Hornbreaker nerf, which is this button. I'm going to call this a nothing nerf, mainly because it got whiff punished in high level play anyway. So like, okay, I now get whiff punished easier, don't miss this button, not a big deal. Alrighty, next we have the forward heavy punch buffs. This might be a big deal, okay? So this is forward heavy punch, look how far back that hits now. What this does is it effectively gives us another neutral button. Try to find the max range of it. Still hitting. There it is. That right here. This is an easy to confirm button. You can see it gives you a crazy amount of confirm time. How many frames is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I can't count that. 24, I suppose? Yeah. So you get a long amount of time to hit confirm this. Like a long amount of time to hit confirm this. So it is a very good button in neutral. And let's say you fail to hit confirm it, but you get you still get a target combo. Because you can start the target combo very late. I pressed it very late there. So, and target combo is not terrible. 2,000 damage, 26 plus. So, more tidbits on this. From the December buff, this leads into a forced stand. So no matter what, let's say that you hit an opponent. Say that you hit an opponent. It forces them to stand up. Meaning, you can do DP stuff if you want. This is meaningful when you have more than one win, but also meaningful when you have, if you get this. I didn't mean to do super. So you can get double DP off of it. Double to medium to DP for 2,500 damage conversion, but there's better to do. But that's not the whole thing. There we go, this would be a good one. And you can get over about 5,000 damage from that conversion. So that's not bad. And it's not too intense on meteor. There was definitely a meteor let up. So yeah, it's a pretty decent button. It's also just plus. It's just -4, and if you space it, that means it's completely safe. If you drive rush into it, there is a 1 frame gap, meaning they cannot throw out a button. Light punch just to show. They will get counter hit. That's a 1 frame gap, so that's kind of a frame trap. If you do a back heavy punch, if you want a true string, you can just go in the crouching heavy punch. But yeah, that's pretty cool that there is now a frame trap drive rush off that. Which if you get, let's say that you're expecting to confirm it. Well, I messed up, but you get the point. So you can, you can get whatever from this. It's pretty nasty. So that's cool. What else? It frame traps into Spire if they're jabbing. It will not, grab an SPD. But we can do a little fake crap there. Some cutesy stuff with, it does require a bit of manual timing on the SPD there. But regardless, it is an option. There's not much time for the, you can see it's producing a 2 frame gap, but the timing that I'm doing, sometimes though you do it too fast, so you want to do it kinda slow to produce that gap. But this is something you can do. It might take a little practice though to get it consistent because of how manual that gap is formed. Other little things that have always existed about the target combo is it is a poor man's option select, not option select, but SPD trap. The timing of it's changed since the buff, so I'm going to struggle a little bit here. You could always preemptively stop it against people know that it hits 3 times. By the way, no one knows this move hits 3 times, so if they don't know, you'll get scenarios like this, and this has happened in some of my games already, where they'll block twice, and then forget it has a 3rd hit. This is not an ideal situation, but it's there. Like I said though, you can totally just take it, twice, pop an SPD with it, or that. That's a larger gap. Like I said, it's going to vary because you can't just instantly do it, otherwise it lifts. All right, so forward heavy punch buffs. This is an excellent button in neutral now, which gives Lily a 3rd button to use at different ranges. This is the crouching heavy punch sweet spot. Crouching heavy punch sweet spot, back heavy punch sweet spot, and then further back is forward heavy punch. So we have a different range to play from. And you can see it is more range than this devilish button. See, crouching medium punch, so we'll say the tick right here. We'll move back, and it hits. So right here, this little marker here, a bit further probably, yeah. Crouching medium punch just completely lifts there. It lifts twice, so it's a good button. All right. This got buffed, but only for combos. It would occasionally miss if you were at the very last pixel. That's something they fixed. This is a quality of life bug fix thing. See what I'm doing now right here would normally miss. It still misses there, but it forms a bit better, I guess. All right, light wind clad tomahawk buster. This move is now, that's her DP. You can see a bit more reliable than it was. So, let me get my drive meter back. So you can, get combos like that off lights. It's easier to perform than the medium version. Same deal with the medium one, and the medium one has some cool little bread and butters to it. With 1 wind stock, this is with 2. The same thing I just did. But more damage. But you can do this with only 1 wind stock, which is nice. That's the light version, makes you plus 52. It's the medium version, plus 49. So that's cool. So with the medium version, you can do things like that. This works on a crouching opponent too. That might miss. No, it hit. So, you know, overall 33,465. Let's say you get a situation where you have all the wind. You can start with a heavy version and get some real bank on this. That's pretty good for... Hold on. Let me make sure that I'm reading that one. Alright, hold on. There's the combo. There we go. There we go. Knew that looked wrong. But 3,700 is pretty good for a light starter. And, you know, that's a good little finishing point if you get someone that set. Also worth mentioning is you do get win stocks from that. So you can reset your win stock. You are +0, which is a little scary. Sometimes +3. I guess I gotta work on my timing, huh? Yeah, so this gives us another situation where we can get win stocks. But you know, it's no real different from this situation. The auto times. It does more damage. But you know, it's still an option that you can pursue if you wish. What's the heavy version? Imagine slower, right? Yeah. So it means the light version is probably the way to do it. Yeah, for sure. So if you want for the light version, you can get them +5. Alright, let's take a look at more. Overdrive, normal wind clap, conjure die, remove the 10% immediate scaling. This is in direct regard to the dive buff. Okay, the medium punch buff. What I mean by that is, let's say someone's jumping up here. You can now do a aerial medium punch, combo that to dive. Use case here is it gives you a less meteor intense option to punish neutral jumpers or forward jumpers for that matter, because you can just jump up and then hit that wasn't there before for a 4,000 point conversion. If you go under them, you are plus, so you don't have to worry about that. Regular one. See, I am plus if I go under, so not a huge deal. Obviously, we don't want to, but yeah, that's pretty intense punish. 4.6k. You don't want to, and 4.3 without wind. So you don't want to get hit by that just randomly. This gives a great option against people that love neutral jump, because it's very easy to hit. And that kind of does it for the Lily changes. Overall, it is a buff, because this is not really a nerf. This is not really a nerf. The biggest nerf is this. We lost our gimmicky levels 2. It lost a ton of invincibility. I don't know why they made it lose so much invincibility, but it's now going to not beat certain moves, but it does still beat. Let's say Kim wants to, I think it's forward, yeah. Let's say that Kim wants to throw that at us. You can still react, right? I don't know why she would ever do that. But you know, this works too. Oh, I guess it doesn't. Jesus Christ. I had that working before. Why didn't that work? There we go. I just mistimed it. So it's just easier to time with the, yeah. So her biggest nerf was her level 2, unfortunately. Something else to note. Well, I think that covers everything, actually. That's meaningful. Thanks for watching.